Yo, 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 we're back again. It's Team Fortress TV's coverage of Reverto versus Decerto's grudge match. This is Admirable with DJC. We've got Ducky still on the camera, and wow, it's been pretty one-sided thus far, DJC.
Yeah, that's why I'm drinking.
Drinking makes the games more competitive. We did see the two maps of the ETFTL component of this feature tonight. Not just one fixture, but two. We're going to see ESEA. This is the first ESEA EU game that's been casted, I think, probably by anyone in Europe, but definitely by Team Fortress TV. So this is a little bit of a milestone.
Yeah, breaking new ground with a league that's like 7 years old or 10 years old or something. But it's new to European TF2.
The open is very mixed in terms of skills. There's going to be a lot of roles in there. So this is probably one of the rare occasions when an ESEA Open fixture will actually be, or I would have said it would be pretty competitive, but we did see just sort of get humiliated over the last two maps on Metalworks and Process. It was 5-0 Metalworks and 6-1 Process.
Oh yeah, it was 6-1, not 5-1. I said 5-1 in chat, my mistake. But since you mentioned the skill disparity that will exist in Open, let me take you back to a time. It was 2009, which was the first time that ESEA offered TF2 in North America. I was a backup for an open team. I believe they were called No Pulse. Either No Pulse or Deja Vu. Maybe it was both. Had such famous American players on it as Giggly Guy and Oshnosh, who 90% of people watching won't remember. And also featured legendary American Soldier Platinum, going by the alias Platinum Shadow back then. And we were bad. We were real bad. And we were in the open division. And we got to play against such teams as Pandemic, Complexity, Evil Geniuses, pretty much every amazing team. I remember a particularly fun game that lasted, I believe, 7.5 minutes, ended in a 5-0 against the Pandemic team with Carnage, Enigma, Jaeger, Relic, Glue, and Solid Snake. So, the Open Division is going to be some weird skill disparity in this first season. Probably going to be some bad games. Probably going to have a very, predictable season. With a few choice teams being very obvious to see as the winners, the top 3 finishers, the moneymakers. But you can have that first season, you can get over the growing pains, and North American TF2 thrived pretty well despite that rocky first season, where 90% of the teams just watch themselves get stomped on repeatedly week in and week out by all the top invite players. But as long as we support ESEA Europe, it will grow, and it will become good one day. And after the rough start with the client problems this week, hopefully people still support it and still help it grow.
I hope so too, but time will tell. We're seeing everybody typing .ready in chat. This is part of the client that each player has to ready up individually, something we asked Valve for a long time ago. It never happened. But part of the client, and once everybody has readied up, the game will go live. And one thing you guys might have noticed if you're watching this warm-up action is there are a lot of additional unlocks here in ESEA. It's basically the North American rule set. So even though ETFL got a few more, you've seen direct hits, you've seen loose cannons flying around here. I'm not sure if they're going to roll any of that stuff in the game, but we have gone live here for this ESEA Season 15 EU Open Division fixture between Reverto and Team Decerto. And there you go, 3 restarts and we're live. It's just like Counter-Strike. And we're off, DJC.
So far I'm noticing that Stark is running the Conjurer, the healing backpack secondary item for the soldier, alongside the direct hit. Haven't seen any other interesting items, but once this mid gets underway, I'm going to switch my camera over to Stark and watch what he does. We're going to see both scouts and the demos going up top, getting that early spam off. But it's Stark's time to shine. He's defending his crates right now, has whiffed every direct hit so far, whirls around and shoots Furbo right in the face with 1 to take him down. And now he's got to reload. I don't remember what the Conjurer charges on. I believe it's damage taken. And he just took a buttload of it there. That's why he's now dead. Nice mid here from Hildreth to stay alive under some early aggression. Get a lot of spam off, and Decerto have won this. Bard is still alive. Decerto moving quickly here. It's a scout and a medic in right yard. Zoob just, stands there and waits. Tech is going to back it up onto the point here. They have their Uber. They're going to try and get the multi-Uber off from Decerto. The force comes out from Reverto. Nice delay there from Decerto. Oh my god, I hate saying those names in unison so many times. Even Uber trade here, no ground gained by either side. Hildreth is going to walk forward right now, takes down Hui, but trades with his own life. Zoob getting a retaliatory kill on Stark, and then E-Thug just walks in and takes him down. Tech gets a kill onto Yazuyu, who is Boule, the medic for Decerto, but Decerto's still getting great cap time here, getting a lot of aggression out as well as Sideshow is in on top of the enemy combo. Did a ton of damage, but no kill. Bar on 22 HP. Back cap is going to be started here by a young Sheepy, the 17-year-old Scottish wonder. And that's one round, so already Decerto looking way better than they did in any other round in either of the other two maps.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Stark's decision to roll direct hit onto middle, not taking this a little bit seriously. Is this the wake-up call he needed? Will the madness continue? I'm going to have to find Stark and see.
He switched back to regular loadout very quickly, so don't worry about that.
No fun allowed.
Yes, and people in chat already complaining about the unlocks. Well, get over it. It's the future. We're going to see Furbo die very quickly on this middle, though. The late aggression is going to come here from Decerto, but it's not going to matter as Tech and E-Thug murdering dudes real good. Everyone died except for Sideshow very quickly. He does get a kill onto Rising with that shotgun. Gonna look for where he is right now. He is spotted out. He has that escape plan now, which means he's going to take mini crits, which means he's dead. Real dead.
Interesting to see him running the shotgun as roamer on Granary, like a map that can be very effective for roamers. Lots of med packs to jump behind and pick up lots of blind corners and good lines of sight, or terrible lines of sight for scouts, but good for soldiers. Onto this last middle, the Uber will be brought in from on high by Reverto. They've already picked up 2 frags. The Sideshow and Boule go down. Weezuzu, they're taking heat. Now they're getting time on the point. Oh, only Sideshow remains having respawn. Chibi goes down as well. And it's going to be 1-to-1. Reverto are just like, yep, it's time for business. We had our fun with the unlocks. Although Hohi still running that loose cannon. Looking for those elusive double dunks.
The loose cannon is an incredible weapon on some maps. American demo man Seagull has been running it. He's the demo man for Mix-Up, one of the top 2 teams in North America. Top 3, probably more like. And the demo man for my North American team, DeWatna, has run it to some nice success as well. So it's not quite the joke weapon that people might think it is. Demo trade on mid here is going to be in favor of who he is. Hilda's going to have to back it off and wait for his heals. Quick bomb here from Rising. He's going to get air shot. He was going to get doubled, but Sheepy stole that one away. Because scouts can't ever let soldiers have fun, can they, Sheepy? At the end of that, Boule, I'm going to crossbow kill E-Thug. But that was a quick middle. Hildreth backed up to his crates. Reverto tried to take the initiative. A big air shot that turned into a double kill for Sheepy. Swung it around.
This is, of course, NA rule set. It's going to be first to 3 rounds here. And then we're going to get a little bit of a halftime. Teams will change sides. It gets very confusing for an inexperienced EU caster like me.
It's Tech time. He's sniping.
Oh baby, he's gonna stand up on that little milk crate, milk can, milk churn, whatever, and he is peeking in there. He's gonna choose to wait for an important frag rather than just doming Furbo there, who he did have sight of, but Decerto are gonna continue to push in.
Why is Zoob going in? Why did they Uber? They were down a player. This is
have
gonna be a
advantage.
bad push. Predicting it now. They haven't done any damage to the heavy. Reverto are in great position. Their heals are good on everyone but their demo. Stark is going to come down. The late focus fire came in there. Bar not close enough to Uber for it to matter in this fight, I don't think. But Decerto really just did not follow up well. They didn't even have an initial thing to follow up on. They did so little damage. But look at this. Sideshow, the late spawner going in for the big play. Poop show of the last game. Hit some nice rockets there to take down Rising. Sheepy 1v1 to Tech as well, but he'll die to E-Thug. Just Boule and Furbo alive. Hildreth and Zoob gonna get the late spawns. Reverto gonna take the second point very easily, I would say, and have an Uber. And they're gonna be people who haven't spawned, but no, they're gonna get spammed off this by Hildreth. What a play. But still, the way spawn times work in this game just completely screwed Sideshow and Sheepy out of their rightly deserved forward. Uber's gonna be popped through his E here. Starkey overextended a bit from his medic, so couldn't quite chase up on that damage he had done there. He was out of Uber range, and that's not going to be great for Reverto. As it's now Uber almost up for Decerto. Starkey going in for the big bombs. Once again, hits a rocket onto Boule, tagged up as Yuzuyu in this game. Hildreth just wildly flaying pipes around. Zoob's going to jump in and take down Bar. Medic down. Stark hits a brilliant air shot on middle to take down Sheepy and then trades with Sideshow. So he made some magic happen there on middle. Hui very low life on 2 right now. But Decerto ready to push forward here. Everyone's bunched. Guys behind, where at? I cannot see him.
Taking the right yard. Draws their eyes. They're all looking behind. He's separated the medic. He's on to Boule here. It's French on French action. Tech picks up that frag but then gets shut down by Furbo, who now must go toe to toe with Rising, but rockets against floors are just too strong. Rising comes out on top there, DJC.
Yes. I didn't watch the fight. I was drinking.
Apple snaps going down smooth.
As soon as you started talking, I was like, screw this.
Reach.
I get to drink.
Sheepy on the lamp here. Oh, he gets spotted out though.
Mistakes were
Rising.
made by Sheepy on that play. Not the best of hiding spots anymore. That was more of a 2008 hiding spot. Worked well back then when people had no awareness. Not so much these days as the crop of Prem players gets better and smarter. Bar has that big advantage right now. They're going to start the cap on middle here. Stark knows where that trap is inside the log. He's going to clear that baby out. And with a full Uber right now, Reverto probably should be jamming it in right now. They can get into left yard for free because nothing is watching it at the moment. Just one soldier. I don't want to say that Sideshow is nothing, but really with 5 players they should have taken that much sooner. They are going to get to pick on a Sideshow late there. Decerto did manage to back all the way up inside. They're even going to get their Uber here. There's one soldier up top with a scout. E-Thug trying to get aggressive here. The Uber's going to be popped off. E-Thug just runs away. The smart play. He's going to die though. Gets chased down by Zoob. Nice from him there to get one pick off of that. Soldier is up on last. Very weak. Rising on that little miniature health pack. Tech's going to run in and meat shot down Hildreth there. And that's a nice cue for a push from Reverto, but they don't have any stickies loaded right now. Luckily for them, they have ammo loaded and overheals, so it's not going to matter too much. In fact, they're going to drop 2 players there. Zoob died, and then Sheepy went in as well to die on the point. Reverto going to start pushing off of this, the no Uber push. And it was about 2 seasons ago that Europeans would never dream of pushing without Uber because that was sacrilege. And I remember those awful, awful casts, these 7-hour granary games. Decerto unfortunately not going to be able to mount any kind of defense there because of that well-timed, aggressive play from Reverto to make it 2-2-1. Going to the 4th mid here, Admirable. What are you seeing?
Was that back whenever North America used to win things? Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. Pre-history, man.
Well,
but
we sent a team that played like a 2011 European team to I-49, so not much was expected really.
Caught out by the meta switches there, the change. We are going to see both scouts coming in low on garage. It's actually Decerto stacking their own ramp room here and playing quite passively until all these heavies arrive. Sideshow actually finds E-Thug to open the score up on this middle, but it looks good for Decerto. They've managed to pick up 4 players, got that medic. All importantly, only Tech remains alive, and Sheepy's going to send him into that sin bin, into the spawn queue, and yeah, solid. Didn't exactly see exactly who was killing who or what was happening. Just flying around like a race car, man. Quality
I'm
casting.
Seething with rage at your insult of the American team. As everyone knows, I am a great supporter of America. That's why I'm going to move to Switzerland as soon as life will permit me to do so.
You're going to go book yourself an appointment at the Dignitas clinic?
Yes. Go hang out with Darn and Agron at the Dignitas clinic. Uber's going to be popped off here from Decerto. They're going to get 1 pick on that E-Thug. Sideshow right now wants to get aggressive up top. Stark's going to die as well. Hildreth is going to plus forward with a full buff on him right now. 65% for Bar. This is going to be a while away for this Uber. Hui doing the best he can to defend this, but Rising and Tech go down. Hui's now out of position, stuck in spawn, nothing loaded. And a medic is running at him with an Uber saw out like he is ready for some action. So Decerto with a nice solid round. Good mid, transitions into easy take of 2, transitions into some free picks, which gets them around. Granary, one of those maps where if you take mid, you're going to steamroll through very, very, very quickly. We'll see who wins this middle. I'm going to guess it's not Decerto, seeing as Hildreth just botched his rollout astonishingly by running into the crate twice.
It's tough, man. Those corners are deadly. Oh, Hildreth goes for the pie anyway, but 8 stickies, he's down to 60 HP. He's going to require a lot of heals if he wants to participate in this middle, and that's going to be difficult for his team. Really giving them quite a handicap here. Hildreth goes down anyway, and this is medic Boule. He's oh, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Jesus. He's gone down, and Furbo, the only man left alive here, actually manages to get Hui, which is pretty decent. Starkey will finish him off. And let me try that one again. DJC.
Yuzuyu.
Oh wow.
You know, that pick by
Reading is
Furbo onto
hard.
Hui was pretty significant there, because Hui not going to be with them for any kind of push here. I honestly expected Decerto to, you know, get heals and contest. They had spawns to do so, but they just sat back, waited. Content with their defensive last. TP's on heavy. That's their own, and Furbo actually switching to snipers. I was about to say that was their only utility. So they'll have the dual utility. It's crits from presumably Bar. He's been very want to run that tonight. See where they're gonna go from here. It's Hui's time to shine. Up top, Soldier gonna bomb in for the distraction. Hui gonna whiff on 2 stickies. Hits the heavy with one of them. Nearly hits himself with another. Cannot det right now because he was sitting on a crit sticky. So things did not go great for Hui on that play. Bar is going to die as well as Rising. Ethug is in last. Very low life from him though. My throat hurts. I need some schnapps. Have fun, Admirable.
Hildreth did a great job of denying that crits, Craig. The one player you really want to sort of distract there, if you're Reverto, is Hildreth, because he's the person who can shut down your crits push. Just spamming up onto that tiny door up top. Obviously pushing top is nice because you have that height advantage and you can spam from safety, but Sticky's so powerful up there. Now Decerto find themselves with an opportunity to push. They got a heavy weapons guy and they have Uber. Bar has respawned. He switched back to the minigun. There's a back cap on, but it's shut down by Hildreth and Furbo just in the nick of time. This heavy weapons guy is too threatening to push into for any of these Reverto players. Up in the attic at Lunchbox, Zub is going to take out Rising, and Tech also in that spawn queue. He's going to be up a little bit sooner, but 2 players down right now. Decerto can continue. They should continue because they have that charge, but there's Hui gonna thin their ranks, finding Zub with a sticky trap. Continues to spam pipes in. There are stickies on this corner. They get dead. Hildreth is in for free now, but the Uber is almost up for Bar, and really Reverto doing a great job at buying time and managing to gain a foothold onto this middle. They will be able to block if they want. They're 2 down though. Tech and Starkey both going down there.
Why did Decerto wait so long to capture? I do wonder. Luckily for them, Stark and Tech were both dead, so no real contest was going to come from Reverto, especially Uber versus Uber. That was just slow from them. I was going to say the heavy not really going to be too effective in a middle push. Then Stark decided to 1v1 the heavy in close quarters. Ended poorly for him in that garage area. Especially when she pulled out the shotgun to finish off. Hildreth's health is really bad here, so this push from Decerto probably not going to gain a lot of ground. We have the fully stacked heavy, and Sideshow's actually in the upper garage right now. Managed to get that kill on a Tech, which will open up a lot of space. Rising is going to take down Furbo though. And there's a lot of space open in this other side of Yard here. That's why Stark is just kind of walking in. Gonna try and bomb right now onto Hildreth, who's alone in Yard. Throwing down those defensive stickies. Stark is dead in the air right there. And Bar kind of caught out right now. This is a weird rotation here. Sheepy and his medic up top. Unfortunately for them, they're alone. There's 4 combat classes. Sheepy using some great tracking here. Gonna have to see if the miracle escape can come from Boule. It didn't. It didn't. He died a while ago. Okay. I did see Tech came in up top and shot him in the ass.
They really sort of, I don't know, put all their eggs in the heavy basket right there. I mean, it's so tough to push with a heavy. Anybody who plays Highlander surely knows that. Like, if you're trying to create the aggression, it's so much better to lead with those projectile classes. And not just that he takes up all the heals, but he's so goddamn slow. You can just kite the heavy all day long. And that's pretty much what happened. They avoided the heavy, killed everybody else on the flank, and by the time he showed up, it was all over. Right now, big Uber advantage for Bar, 100% charge, no crit streak on the field for either medic. The timer is on this though. They are losing their Uber advantage, 60% right now for Boule. And the spam coming in from Hildreth is enough to make Reverto think twice. They have managed to make it just as far as the garage. They spot Sideshow up there. Hildreth sticky trap switched on. Finds Starkey on entrance. Sheepy with a body shot onto Tech. 2 men down here as the Uber fades. We're about to see a repush here. Yuzuyu hitting that 100% mark. They're going to move forward. That sniper of Sheepy was actually from the respawn as well. They didn't catch that one in time. He got 2, got E-Thug as well with another body shot. No headshots allowed.
There's some severe North America versus European arguments going on in the stream chat right now. I can prove this. I can prove that America is superior because right now I have 34 of your European euros sitting in my PayPal account thanks to the Highlander Nations Cup domination that Team USA exhibited. Stuck on that, Admirable.
Fuck's given. 0. As I watch the turtle roll forward here with 100%.
34 euros, Admirable. Don't even lie. You broke his shit.
2 flash here. They're going to bring in Zub and Hildreth with this Uber. But Hilbert is pretty weak. He walks into Stickies there. Should have waited for a little bit of a buff. And really Zub thrown to the wolves. They're unable to be healed because Boule had to heal his demo man and keep him up. And this is just poor health management right now from Decerto. They got a little bit over exuberant there. Kept going with that charge when they should have just been happy to take middle and hold yard. But now they've been ground into a fine red paste. Zub first to respawn, but he's not going to be able to do much about this middle. Maybe Sheepy's going to spawn in there on that resupply side, but surely the Reverto scouts won't fall for that one again, DJC.
I'm trying to scroll through the legion of ESEA ads for BenQ monitors and the ESEA market and QPad mouse pads to try and find how much time was left when this was 2-2. It looks like about 20 minutes was left in the half at 2-2. So we still have a good amount of time left here to go in this half. Halves in ESEA go to 3 or 30 minutes, whichever happens to come first. So we're probably getting kind of close to the end here. Play has really tightened up. We have seen some back and forth action. Gonna see Hui and this soldier Stark get really aggressive here. They're gonna take down Boule. Yazuyu, he is gonna die to that combined aggression. And then Hui's gonna throw a casual pipe back into Sheepy's face to kill him. And Sideshow, the only one left alive. Where is he? Can he make magic happen? No! Because he's behind. He got spotted. That should be a win for Reverto. And that'll be half, 3-2. Just as I mentioned, the impending halftime timer. So nice little first half here, very close. Not quite what we expected after the 5-0 and the 6-1 that we saw prior.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some incredible bursts of aggression there from Reverto, who are now playing on the blue team. But just that last push there from Rump Room straight into the yard there with Stark and Hui hitting perfect jumps there to cover distance in a very short period of time. They still had the Uber flashing on them as they were clashing down onto those Decerto players' heads, but we've seen it time and time again that their pushes are very well coordinated. We're going to see the readies up from everybody, and we are going to go live for the second half. Gets a little bit confused, and I hope Ducky's on top of things, but it is 3-2 to Reverto, who are now playing on the blue team, just to confirm that.
We have 420 viewers. Shout out to Kaden. I'm going to watch Hui on the middle here. He has a little bit of a Hildreth issue as well as he ran into a crate. Gonna go top here with no life. One sticky from Hildreth will take Hui out of this fight. He's gonna whiff in at the scout instead, but Hui's still very low. Almost took fall damage there as well. Doesn't have the ramped up crit heals, so that helped the situation a little interesting, but not gonna affect too much. Rising's gigantic air shot. A little bit more effective there, getting the crowd riled up, but Decerto do make 4 quick kills in retaliation. There is still a medic alive. Bar trying to make it out through the garage right now, has 1 scout with him. But here comes Hildreth and Sheepy as well. They're looking for a little bit of action, satisfaction on the point. Not going to find too much though, as Tech and his medic just ran away ASAP.
I'm just going to throw down some stickies there in case they Tech feels like block, and he's going to shoot the stickies, just peek in. They're surely not going to Uber here after the point has been all but capped. They do.
Admirable's
They're going to come in and block.
5:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, October 17th, 2013.
I'm not wrong, they're wrong. Why would they do that? Why? Look, they're about to get absolutely mullered here. Mullered by Rep. No! Hildreth whips it again.
Hildreth overextended a little bit after that Uber, tried to make some magic happen, 1v3. Didn't quite work out, he did some damage, but not enough. Sideshow is going to get 1 kill on the Rising, but probably won't matter. That cap situation got to be a little worrisome, though, for Reverto. Sideshow looking for some interesting plays in the garage. Going to casually and accidentally hit a rocket onto Stark's face there. No backup going to come, sadly. All of the Decerto players are in yard waiting. They're down around here. Can't really afford to be too aggressive, knowing that like 2-round deficit's a lot harder to come back from than 1. It sounds obvious. It is obvious. But I think it's hard to really appreciate how big that gap is, how much bigger 2 is than 1 on especially a map like Granite, which is so prone to the waiting game on these choke points.
Here comes the Uber from Reverto. Now dressed in blue, they will drop Starkey. He was just out of range of his medic there as Yuzuyu gets his charge up, and the ball is firmly in Decerto's court now. They are going to move forward here through the rump room, trying to avoid the stickies of Hui. They see pipes, they're suspecting stickies, they can't find them. They're going to walk forward here, and brave play here from Boule not to pop off that Uber. The right move eats a few rollers, a bit of spam, picks up the pumpkin pie, and he will be able to hold on to that charge. Only 50% for Bar, but Reverto, we're going to commit some players here to try and get that force. Booley, juking like a boss, is going to avoid all that damage from Stark. He's gone down, Ethog's gone down, and that's a 2-man advantage to push off here. If they go hard, they can get that medic. If they want to lead the scouts, perhaps, or just jump in here, but they're going to take the scenic route through the left-hand side. And it looks like Bar will get his charge up. I'm going to go into a little bit of an Uber steal. Rising's gone up top to find it. The garage has been invaded by red players. He's getting juggled by all and sundry. He's going to go down to a rocket from Zub, but 3 players drop here for Reverto. Tech Rising and Hui all dead. Only Sideshow down for the Decerto side. They're going to just recompose themselves up top, use that height advantage to roll in here and bait players out. Zub and Sideshow doing work to focus down Starkey there. Now they're going to be able to push into last as their one scout caps the point. They're already taking up a strong position here, going 4-on-2 to get that medic down, but a heavy weapons guy has appeared wild on the left hand side. He's now 2 HP, will die, and Sheepy is going to get this cap.
You talked for so long that I couldn't make my amazing pun about Bullet, and now I'm never going to make it because you ruined it. So you guys in chat can just imagine what a wonderfully imaginative and hilarious thing I was going to say, and then you can tell Admirable to go screw himself for robbing you. We're going to take over a middle here in this tie game 3-3 in this ESEA Open official between Reverto and Decerto, as I errantly play with a bottle cap for some reason, like I'm 7 years old and have the attention span of a 7-year-old. We're going to see Sideshow take his crates here, start spamming down towards that demo man. Crates are taken by the soldier and scout of the Reverto side. The first bomb is going to come from Rising there, but Bar is going to be the first death. Hilder throwing some stickies across the point will take him down. Rising is dead as well to Zoob. Quick kills from the scouts though. Tech with a double, Ethug with one more. We saw a little bit more hit scan action coming out of Starkey as well. Right now it's just Yazuyu alive. 93%. Throws the blind crossbow. Needs one Ubersaw swipe. Never gonna get it. A rocket straight to the face there will take him down. So,
Got nothing to say about Boule there? No smart comments?
No, it's a positive
nothing prepares?
My pun was positive enforcement, and he died there, so I can't really make it, can I?
Crowbar in there, go on DJ, say the fans demand it.
I was wondering why Sheepy had 280 health on heavy, then I remembered the Dalikos bar, the worst unlock in the game, being run by Sheepy. He goes back and switches off to get that full 300. Smart play by him. We're gonna have to see a slim advantage here for Reverto, only 10%. Sideshow is trying to get aggressive up top though, looking for any free pick he can get. Not gonna find it quite yet though, Admirable. No real off classes here from the Reverto side. Do you think they're just gonna straight push this into the heavy? Oh no, it's the Bare Fist that take off 20 HP, not the Dalikos bar. Equally bad unlock, to be fair. Shout out to the American Foster for informing me that unlock was sucked.
I hope they lead with scouts here, and they have done so. It's just one scout though, as Ethog got dropped on entry. Reverto's Hui also going down, Bar trapped in there, just committing to that push and hoping that his sheer force of will would make it work, but it didn't, as they lost 3 or 4. Now it's up to the soldiers of Stark and Rising to try and make something happen. Rising is going to find Hildreth. Sideshow goes down to Stark, and that will slow down the attempted push here. They will continue though, because they have that uber advantage. They're going to edge their scouts onto the point here, try and cap it just with their tippy toes. But the flank's coming in, and the demo man of Hildreth, Hui, is walking forward there on the right hand side, putting hurt on. They've managed to beat out the Uber, but they lost a Bar in the process. A little bit of poor positioning, over-committal there, overconfident in their ability to block and survive. Bar thrown under the train of Decerto, barreling down here through the room. And DJC, maybe I should stop talking. There's a
Great
sniper.
analysis there. There's a sniper on the map somewhere. We don't know where yet. I'm looking for him. I'm trying to find him. He's tech. He's up top. He hits a pipe right as I go to his view. Great. Very well-timed camera work from me. Luckily, it wasn't on stream. Reverto, meanwhile, going to lose their entire team, pretty much. We combine 100 health on these 2 players alive. Sideshow, did he just taunt? Or did he lag? I'm going to hope it was a taunt, because he shotgunned down the medic. Hui threw a pipe at him and killed him. Hui on 154, but he is extended badly here. Gonna throw some pipes in the direction of the soldier. Down to 2 HP, Hui. Hui almost made it, but not quite enough. 85% Uber for Decerto right now. No heals, no Uber for Reverto. So Reverto, who had a 3-2 halftime lead, looked like they're going to be Revertoing that As they're going to be down 4-3 here shortly if this push goes as planned for Decerto, taking it in slow on the left. Early pop though, because of that sniper threat from E-Thug. They haven't found any kills yet. The damage is coming out though, and they have great cap time. This should be it. No, Stark with a nice long range rocket will take down Furbo. And the cleanup is a coming. It's just E-Thug and Hui, and they're just outmatched there by the heals that are alive for Decerto. That will make it 4-3 Decerto here in the second half. One more round win for Decerto, and they will take this home. Admirable, what do you think is going to happen on this last round?
I'm feeling the Decerto momentum. I'm expecting Poop Show, Sideshow TF2, as he is here in ESEA, to go huge on middle, so I'm going to put all the pressure on him and watch his POE to see if he can produce the goods on Roamer. Both medics staying with that normal medigun, but it is match point right here for Decerto. Sideshow is going to jump up top on the left hand side. He's putting his spam rockets long range onto Hui. Now he drops down, he's hidden. This is the moment. Sideshow jumps up and does more long range spam, fires off 4 rockets, 3 rockets of which 1 actually does any damage. Meanwhile, there is a middle battle going on here and it is not favouring Decerto whatsoever. Sideshow, you never fail to disappoint.
Sheepy tried to come in late to make the glory play. It didn't happen. Bar was actually separated very badly from his team there for quite a while. Didn't end up working out too well in Decerto's favor, so I'm actually watching Rising right now because he's aggressive. He's up top inside of second looking for that pick. Sideshow has roamed up top a little bit. Reverto, Rising rather, just going to come back to his team, get his buff. Be ready for the push here. Uber's up. Hui not in position though. Zoob, it takes a ton of damage up top. Might be out of this fight completely if Reverto push right now, but they are not doing that. They're going to wait for Hui to get in position, get his heal. He seems to be the central point to all of these pushes. But with watching left, going to throw some stickies, going to spam as best he can. They have to delay for a solid about 30 seconds here if they want to get this. Going to be no Uber versus Uber. Has been popped in by Reverto. They lose tech very quickly to Sideshow's shotgun. And they're actually in good position here. Sideshow going to get a double kill on the E-Thug. His hit scan doing some work. 2 soldiers going to jump the heavy. Usually a mistake. Let's say that. There is a demo man Hui inside the enemy spawn, but he is alone there. Right now Sideshow is going to go to point and start the cap here. Just tech alive the fresh spawn. Hui's going to walk out and pipe Furbo. Gets shotgunned by the fat scout in the form of Sheepy. Tech's going to get caught out on the Z and die here. Reverto really want to block this. They want to block it so bad, but that soldier too strong. Gets some denial spam here. Reverto is in a position to spam as well. Soldier has gone up top. We'll have to see if he's going to make any kind of play. That aggression we've seen on Reverto all night. Not going to come here. Starkey just wants his buff and his safety right now.
Furbo's back on the scope, going to respawn and stay Sniper. He is unrelenting in that. Bar with an Uber advantage, but they're going to push in here anyway. Try and commit some players. Throw down a sacrifice to the gods of TF2 perhaps as they attempt to jump into a heavy weapons guy. They think twice about it though. Their faith is not strong. They will retreat and wait for Bar to hit that charge. Hui, or Hildreth, is trying to lock down the left hand side on his defensive. And just an Uber here as the Soda gets juggled skyward. Heavy tracks him as best he can, but he will fall down back to earth and into the loving arms of that Uber charged Yuzuyu. Sheepy going down quickly, Furbo as well, and it looks good here for Reverto as long as they just use the heals and work their way forward slowly and make sure they keep an eye on that soldier up top. That is Zub who drops down, kills himself and Bar, but that is going to be a 4-all game here. This is much more exciting than any of those ETF2L maps. I'm not saying that's a great promotion for ESEA, could be totally unrelated, but DJC, huh? ESEA, wink wink.
Yeah, ESEA is great. I'm going to give a shout out to Direct Rockets though, because Stark, while getting launched every which way through the sky, juggled about like a little ragdoll that a child is playing with, hit like 5 of them somehow before dying. Really helped their push out a lot there because that was such a slim margin they won it by. We're going to see some quick aggression down one of the sides by this soldier here. Hasn't actually done any damage from yet. The big bomb coming in through choke here. Sideshow takes down Bar. Got a lot of damage on a Hui as well that got him killed. My voice is dead. Admirable, go.
Starkey also got Hildreth there, and the attempted assassination of Bully was bungled very badly there. And allowing them to pick up a few frags now. Bully tries to... Oh, he does survive. Juking E-Thug there, who choked under the pressure, having picked up Sheepy. Furbo will be the bodyguard here. He will always love Bully. Zub is ready to rock and roll on middle. They're going to move forward into the yard here, but it'd be unwise to continue this push considering they have so much time under the ESEA rule set and it's a tied game. They should wait here and make sure they do a successful Uber push. They got plenty of time. Bar only at 40% right now. That's at least 20 seconds they have to construct a good push, find out where the blue defense is and act accordingly. DJC.
No voice, just keep going.
DJC is accidentally inhaled snaps as he was trying to glug it down there, and it has killed his sinuses. He's struggling to speak. There's apple fumes all up in his throat right now. He can't even muster a single word, but TF2 action continues. The Uber popped off there from Decerto, but mostly kited by Reverto, who then go and lose Ethug and Hui. Oh, now Reverto coming in with the Uber charge. I'm so confused as to what's going on here. I thought it already happened, but they're all over last. Decerto in the ascendancy here. Perhaps they're just getting scattered down by 2 scouts. A soldier walking in here. Zub's empty though. He's only got the shotgun out, and the respawn's coming in from Hui. This might be enough to clutch it. Ethog gets the frag onto Sheepy. Bully's trying to go huge, but will die. Hui clutches it with a sticky, followed by a pipe there onto Zub. He's lost his faith in the loose cannon, but now Hildreth has a chance to go huge here. He's got Hui bullied into the corner, but can't land that fatal blow. Then comes the bomb though from Sideshow. If only he had a trademark pain train, he would have capped that. Sideshow, where is the pain train, buddy? Almost had it. He goes down, and Reverto are going to hold on here for dear life. This is match point right now. Whoever gets the next round wins this game of ESEA Week 1. If you have just joined us, this is Team Fortress TV's coverage with Admirable, incapacitated DJC, and Ducky, best cameraman EU. That's right, suck it, John. DJC, how's it going over there?
I'm okay. It's gonna be a whisper cast for the rest of this from me.
Hildreth is here in spirit.
Yes. Hat is on the roof is Pyro. What an amazing, a brilliant play from Hat. This will just add to the tension. It will be like a building crescendo this entire time. Starkey is going to kill that soldier up top. That is Sideshow. Got the nice force off out of Reverto's bar. They're pushing through Z right now, trying to find anything. This is a pretty heavy commit from Starkey right now. Hildreth is going to walk forward and take down Tech. In the meantime, Stark is in deep. They're getting another kill on the bar. Starkey dies as well, so that's 3 down. The Uber's been popped off here from Yuzuyu. Shoutouts to Hildreth, who is actually doing a ton of damage on this push. It's him versus Hui right now. He's walking forward, trying to get some damage on him. Spots out the heavy as well. Hui eats a ton of spam there. The reinforcements are coming slowly for Reverto, but there's no health right now. Heavy is going to get pistol down. Hui, the last savior, drops a nice pipe, but not enough. That is GG. Decerto, after a really, really bad first 2 maps, managed to take the 3rd, bring it back, and they win the league that matters. ESEA, that's right, the one with real money prizes. I know ETFL has money prizes too, but still, man, my voice, I really should not have done this.
DJC, I thought you were going to do like a James Brown-esque maneuver there where you would shuffle off to the side of the stage with your cape round you, then as you were about to go off you were going to burst into full flow, but it really sounds like you ruptured your vocal cords or something there, man. I hope you will get better, but we did just see Decerto saving a little bit of face. Maybe they're going to turn around and say, we don't care about ETF2 anymore, it's all about ESEA. They have picked up the points here, although they did get smashed, losing all chance of points on that ETF2L fixture. Maybe we could get some interviews going here. I know that Rohi guy probably has access to this mumble. I'm sure he'll want to come in here.
Yeah, he's already in here, dude.
Yeah, wow.